Bennett. This is CV Bennett. We're from CV or Raymond. We're from South Carolina. Well, it's a devastating disease. It basically takes a person who can function normally, and it quickly makes them someone who is sedentary. They have to sit, they have to have an oxygen tube, and their life it's difficult for even them to get up and go to the bathroom because it's so hard for them to breathe. So when your lungs are hard, you can't breathe. Yeah, he was diagnosed with it in early November, and it was something I'd never heard of, and it was difficult because we had never heard of it, and it moved fast. They said he would have about a year, but maybe longer, but it had to have a year. And in fact, it took just like 6 weeks. 6 weeks, it went from 30% of his lung to 95%. I think, yes, when they called it, it was about 35%. So they could have called it earlier, but they called it when they called it. So, and you know. It was rushed. It was a rushed thing. I heard about it and I did some research on it, but then just a few weeks later, he was in the hospital, and before that, he was on oxygen, and it was a quick downhill degrade, and you know, that's tough to witness. You know, he just knew he was having a hard time breathing. So he went to the doctor and they diagnosed it. But after that, since our insurance is so bad here in America, he had no choice. He just had to let the disease progress and use oxygen. He couldn't afford the medicine. There's enough topic in the media on insurance. It's something every day, but the people who run our country don't take it serious, and they don't make it a priority. So yes, everyday citizens such as me or my father who would need this kind of insurance, it's important. But the people who make the decisions, I feel like it's not. It would have to be a health insurance for the country, for everyone. All-inclusive health insurance for everyone in America, because right now, if you have pulmonary fibrosis, the only way you get the medicine is if you have the money, if you are a richer person. Well, the time he grew up in, he worked most of his life in the newspaper industry, and really just the waste from big business. I think back then there was no EPA or anything to protect the workers or the environment. And so I'm sure he inhaled lots of chemicals and things he shouldn't have during these processes. Well, I'm not an expert on the topic at all, but I do know that people struggle in this country to get good insurance. They may get insurance, but it doesn't cover what they need. And that was my dad. My dad was on Social Security. He was on Medicaid. And it's just not enough, and that's the problem with our, you know, for-profit run insurance. Is it's not about helping the people; it's about making the money. And I know that's an argument for another time and place, but that was my experience with it. It wasn't, hey, how can we help your dad get this medicine so he can live an additional 3, 4, 5 years? It's here's the oxygen, and good luck. This is my son Raymond, or we call him CV Bennett.
It was quite hard because at the time I was really focused on sports and trying to get good grades, and that really just like distracted me for a really long period of time because I was really close to him and he really meant a lot to me.